Yeah, right.
Okay.
Make a motion to adopt the agenda of Town of Wilton Planning Board, January 8, 2026.
Second.
Any comments? All those in favor? Unanimous.
I make a motion, first off, on the minutes. There's something missing on the minutes. I've already discussed it. There's no record of the vote to approve the bridge, the wall. So I've talked to Cindy, we've got that updated to make the motion second unanimous. So I vote to accept the minutes with the attachment.
Is there an attachment?
Well,
the attachment is your site plan review.
The site plan,
Usually
okay,
there is a line that says that you approve the site plan review, the notice of decision. And did we put that on here?
Okay.
Where would that be
We're
on?
gonna
That would
approve
be
notice
on-
of decision.
it'd be under old business.
Old business.
It's right after Hard and Amato, there should be a fourth one that says approved site plan review.
I just wanted to get a decent.
On number 4, public to speak on non-agenda items. Do you want to ask anybody if they want to speak?
About the
That's
wall?
kind of a new one.
gotta-
No, we were asked to put it into the
It's like
agenda.
the select board does.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
but I make a motion to review the minutes
First.
first.
Okay.
We have to do that first.
Yep. Cool.
Okay,
So I just need a
Second the
second.
motion with that agenda, with that.
Change.
Edit.
Oh, edit, yep. Any other comments? All those in favor? Motion is unanimous. So at this point, we ask the public if they have any comments on the Wilson Lake retaining wall?
No, on
On
any.
any business.
Oh, anything, okay.
On non-agenda items.
Any members of the public?
Do you
Okay.
do you guys want me to start in with my routine of making a comment every meeting?
That's what,
That's totally up
If
to you.
the-
Yeah.
that's what the non-agenda item is, like on the select board.
You suppose you don't extend this beyond 9 o'clock.
All right?
So when Europeans came in, they settled near water, and for a time things worked. There was development, and then in the 70s, the state said no more using water, and then the zoning ordinance came in. Now, unsurprisingly, people zoned things for what they were in use at the time. They didn't say, everyone tear your factories up and move them to the other side of town, and tear your houses up and move them to the other side of town. So the combination of state law plus zoning ordinance meant that development was illegal, because you couldn't do anything where they were and you couldn't move anything. That's why the town has not developed, because those two factors make it illegal.
That kind of, geez, I don't know, the Bass Industries got to do quite well, the Forester Mill, those were already
Up
pretty
until
strong, you
roughly
know,
about
things have
19
evolved.
Up until roughly 1986 to 88.
It was booming.
Right, you know, the town was actually doing very well.
Yeah.
I've talked to people who were here in the 30s, and it was really not affected much by the recession, actually. And then from the Great Recession.
And then you had the war.
You had the war, and the town continued to do actually very well. And all the way through the 40s and 50s, you know, the Forster Mill was up
There
and
was a
running all that
narrow
time.
gauge
In
railway
fact, they
ran
started
through
the
here,
plastic mill
yeah.
when, the plastic parts.
Well, the plastic, originally in East Wilton, the one that's still
Right.
there was originally wood, and they transitioned over to plastics fairly early, like by the 60s. They
Well, by the
they had
60s.
a couple of just injection molding machines, and then slowly over the decades, it went from all wood to all plastic.
Right. So when you look at it, the town of Wilton really actually has done very well up until roughly about 86 to 88, which is when Bass essentially pulled out because the American shoe industry went kaput,
Went overseas.
went overseas, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
Cheap labor.
it was cheap labor,
And-
cheaper
yeah.
labor than in the US. I mean, what you can argue that starting in 88, the town really response at that time wasn't the most, you know, aggressive. to try to bring in new industry. Places like Rumford built industrial parks, or at least, created industrial parks. We did not.
There was not one created, yeah.
So they didn't really try to
Rumford's got a
get.
little bit bigger mass.
Yeah, but we didn't try to really gain. And then probably the next thing that happened.
Barclay was probably the next best thing, because, after they closed up and shut down, it was gonna be what, Nicholson was doing trailers and some other,
Nichols.
oh
Nichols.
geez, whatever his name was before he got into the marijuana business, and then he sold it to them. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's been through quite a lot.
We weren't, the town really wasn't that aggressive starting in
Barclay
'88.
was a good deal for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Barclay and ICT.
right, and then
they moved that all
things
over.
stabilized, and then they moved up, went overseas.
Now it's all AI.
That's the reality of it. And then finally, what happened in 2008,
Bean didn't need it to be here anymore.
and in 2008, what then happened was you lost essentially what I would call, you lost a lot of the middle class. Because the middle class, the people who used to work in the trades, essentially once there was the housing collapse, they went south to find jobs.
Or they traveled.
Or they started traveling more and finding jobs. So, that's really sort of the economic, what I would suggest is the economic history of this area. And then you question how much can a town, what did it used to be, 4,200, I think?
Keep it under 4,000,
Yeah.
about 38.
Yeah.
No, at one point it was around.
Yeah,
over
It
four.
was, but I
Yeah.
believe that was probably.
In the 80s.
2010.
Yeah, in the
Oh, yeah,
80s,
even
when there was 1,200 people working on Wells Street.
Yeah.
300 in the Red Mill.
Oh, yeah,
1,200
yeah, oh,
In the
yeah.
early 80s, 1,200 people worked on Wells Street.
Yeah.
300 in the Red Mill. You had
Yeah.
you had, God knows how many were in North J, only about 150 probably.
But yeah, you had all that going on. And you paid reasonable
So it's,
wages.
we, like other parts of the industrial country, never really got over the move to China or foreign countries.
Not yet.
And China became a preferred trading company back in '92.
Because China could sell cheaper products and, keep the middle class affordable until roughly the last couple of years.
But yes, when it comes to like regulations, I mean, you look at the past and there is a cost to everything industrial. Look at the Androscoggin River, stuff like that. So even though it's not part of the business model at the time, there's a lot of costs to look at the tannery, all that garbage is left behind, stuff like that, so.
It
Regulations.
ended up, when those, came to the town and the Forster Mill, there was a lot of expense taken on by the town, and, sort of my fear too is what's gonna happen over here next door. The select board, they had an interesting topic that somebody wants to put in some type of cold potato, distillery, making a high fructose-like corn syrup that is quite valuable. So, and maybe Wilton next door would be better than cannabis.
Yeah, for sure.
Take potato. Vodka.
Okay. We all set on
I'm not sure we can do much
the
about it.
evolution of
Yeah,
business?
Wilton. Move on.
Last piece of paper you've got in your packet is the notice of decision for the Wilton retaining wall, which we went through last meeting. If you would look that over for any edits necessary.
second,
to approve it. Yep,
Approve it.
yep.
So moved.
so seconded.
Any other comments?
How did red maples on 11 get in there?
When they were talking about what type of trees they were gonna be putting down there, because they're gonna have kind of this,
Block the view, there's one showed up on their plan, and there was a discussion about that.
Which-
We just didn't want any
it's a
large
filtration, and kind of
trees.
get some of
Yeah.
the water to go in
No,
the
it's
tree
only
well.
because you can't sell red maples in the state of Maine.
Well, there's a certain type, there are some that you
You
can.
could do the
but-
Crimson King.
We just didn't want to block the view of the lake.
We wanted them to be smart about it.
Yeah, 'cause they actually had maples on their things when
Oh.
Drummond maple, I think, was in the plan, and so the discussion was not to put that in there because it would block people's view.
Yeah.
so when I made my
that's the
motion,
point.
that was included.
Anything else? All those in favor? Unanimous.
Cindy,
I'm sorry.
put me down as not voting. I wasn't here for that.
Sorry.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Okay. Under new business, I guess, wait a minute. Under old business, we have, oh, that was the
That's
retaining
it.
wall.
That's
Now,
it.
the new business is
Changes to the ordinance.
our favorite topic in the dead of winter.
Yeah, we,
Ben came in and sat with me and started on his edits.
Okay?
Another
Kyle.
Ben, Kyle.
And you have
Sorry,
mine,
Ben.
did you find mine?
Huh?
You found what I sent you?
I have found what you have sent me.
So that's work in progress.
It's definitely a work in progress.
Once she's done with Kyle, it'll be my turn,
Yes.
or Ben's, whatever. You can know my number.
There's been a clerk that's been hired, she'll start the 26th of January. So once I get a little bit of training under her belt, I'll have way more time to.
What happened to the old clerk?
She went back
Tony went
to
back to
teaching.
teaching,
Oh, really?
yeah.
yeah. But we wanna get this done in a reasonably short.
You got to, because by April, it's, we're building that
It's
warrant.
go time.
It's
yeah.
go time, and the
Has to be
attorney's
finished.
gonna have to see it
It has
first.
to be finished by
And
March.
the selectmen probably will want to review it.
Yeah, and we have to make sure that they review it in a reasonable amount of time, not after we've already sent it to the attorney.
Right.
That doesn't help us.
So do you have an official date you want it done by?
I think we should
I
set a
would say
deadline date.
April 15th.
No, I think it should be March 1st.
March 1st, I would agree with that.
Yes, the earlier the better.
March 1st. You're not gonna, because, but you'll run into all sorts of problems. They'll say they don't have time to review it. They're not
Right.
gonna get it on, put it on the
But all we're
warrant.
doing is formatting,
Yeah.
and that's all we're doing, so.
Oh, so none of
There are
these-
some changes that you guys have been
There's
discussing.
some new things since we went through them about content that I think we probably still need to discuss. I'm not quite sure what would be on that list at the moment. I mean, we're trying to get rid of inconsistencies and
Right.
verbiage and that kind of
That's our
thing.
focus, so.
And then, I mean,
all of those
changes
I'm also
changes we
making,
had.
I'm also making annotations to myself, like, what does this say?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
A couple of things, I'm in there, I'm like,
Yeah.
Right, and we're gonna need a
What
list
does
of those
this
things so we can review it.
I mean, that's-
Yeah, I think March
And-
1st.
And we still wanna make
Yeah.
the changes we discussed. We have,
Right, the ones we
What
came up
about
with
the-
before, but things
Yeah.
have changed in the meantime from the state too, right?
Right,
So-
what about the parking? Where is that in the ordinance? The amount of parking spaces that now has to?
For-
What?
for what?
That has to, that state law changed that. You can't tell anybody how much parking spaces they need.
Right. I say, we have a cutoff point. We gotta get this going.
It has to be on their desk and not be like, oh, I haven't read this
Right.
yet, like we got last time. 'cause
We've
that's not
already
gonna help.
lost a year, yeah, so we wanna get it going. Cause I think of things that have to be changed constantly, it's like, yeah, the cannabis ordinance. But it's gonna be the the cannabis committee that's got to meet again, cause they're the ones that come up with the price to send to the select board.
Right.
We don't do prices.
We didn't do any prices.
No, but it's gotta be done, there's nothing for
Oh,
dispensary.
for the, fee.
I
Yeah.
thought that was the committee thought that was the purview of the
The
select board.
That's what we had decided.
Well, somebody's gotta do it, you know, because there's no
They
dispensary.
changed it on
fee.
us.
Well, then I guess
Well,
you have to
we
get us
way
a
back
cannabis
when
select,
when
cannabis
kind of
committee
cobbled
meeting
something
set up
together, and
somehow.
that's what we
Yeah.
used.
If you guys can work on that.
That became controversial.
I don't know how
So
that
it's
works,
like-
between Mike or our side,
Oh,
they gotta get
Lord.
another selectman, because Mike isn't a select person
And he's
anymore.
also the chairperson.
Mike is?
Mike Wells was a chairperson.
Yeah.
Right, so we need to,
Resign.
we need, somebody needs to, I guess I gotta go to the select board.
Yeah.
and resign.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah,
somebody's
he's not
gotta
a
call
select
another
board
meeting.
anymore.
So,
Oh, I thought he
Uh,
was termed out.
Yeah.
I'll swing by and talk, I guess I would talk to Maria?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be something I would have to do then, go and talk to Maria tomorrow,
Yes, that
and
we-
say,
we
hey, we have
should
to get two
Vote
select.
for another chairperson.
Well, we need another member.
And we have to discuss dispensary, because we have 2 dispensaries now.
I'll come in tomorrow, you can, when you guys can help me, you kind of word it to
Yeah.
Maria, so that way I can get a select.
Who's the two dispensaries?
You have John Black that's been a dispensary since it was first.
Right.
But they've been charged as if it's a tier 1,
Oh.
since day 1.
Right.
For the, just the 500 square feet.
Yes,
Right.
and they're well over that.
And
Well,
we're on
you
the
got-
other one, right?
3 Bryant Road, which is also a dispensary, just to store dispensary, they don't actually cultivate.
No.
Okay.
Used to one time.
Well, I'll go in tomorrow and I'll talk to Maria, get that set up before I take off. Perfect.
What was the one you had, if you don't mind me asking, you had to tell cease and desist?
I cannot divulge where that is at this
It's
point.
in Wilton though. You
Yes.
can narrow it down, it's definitely in
Well,
Wilton.
then,
It's
if
definitely-
he's the
Isn't,
Wilton
Canatone
code
a
enforcement officer,
dispensary?
that's his only purview is the town of Wilton.
It's a
Outside
retail
of that.
and
You
cultivation.
did a cease and desist?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brave of you.
Well, part of it is I expect a lot of the caregivers, the old way it was done, they didn't have to disclose,
And like,
pay any fee or do anything.
It was HIPAA.
And the new, yeah, it was sort of HIPAA. And sort of our new ordinance wanted, well, we want you to register with us.
Yes.
Right, and it's not gonna be much, you know, it's gonna be $10, it's not gonna come in front of the planning board and all the rest, but we do want you to sign up.
This was 2 500-foot cultivators.
So it was a little bit more than,
And they had to destroy over 500 feet because they were overgrown.
in the wintertime.
Yeah.
All right, do we have anything else for future business?
Well, yes, under future business, I'd like to discuss the next planning board meeting.
Okay.
Because if we go by the 1st and 3rd, it would be next week. So I would suggest we switch that to 1/22/26. And then the next meeting would be,
February
Fifth.
5th.
yes, so that would put us back on track.
Kind of a 2-week,
Yeah,
So what day? It's gonna be
January 22nd.
on Thursday, yeah. Okay, I make a motion that our next planning board meeting will be the 22nd, and then we'll go back to our regular scheduled meetings. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Okay.
Second.
Any other concerns or all those in favor? January 22nd it is. I should say, is
What
there
about
any
the planning board?
objection?
We don't have to file or anything since it's within less than 14 days? Put notice or anything like that? No, okay.
Not if we're not doing a public hearing.
Okay. just
Can we
the other
get
one.
it up on the board?
on the electronics.
I'll try to get it on
The
the
electronics.
agenda page on Facebook.
Just to comment on what you were talking about a second ago, on June 17th, they appointed Nancy Allen to the Cannabis Committee. They didn't appoint Keith though, so it looks like she's the only person on it now, which is
That's why our select board members?
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
okay,
that's the current state of it.
okay, thank you.
Who
I'll-
else is on there?
They did. They only appointed
Nancy Allen.
I know Nancy.
one person, so
So Keith is no longer on the cannabis?
that's what it says, which is weird. But
Okay, well,
Keith Sweat?
thank you for
Yeah.
that, Nate. Like I said, I'll be going in tomorrow and get a meeting set up now.
Wouldn't they have been sworn in all at the same time?
Yeah, they did all committee appointments on June 17th, but they only put one select person on the committee on that day, which is,
Okay.
I think, weird, but.
Discuss the
That is
time
weird,
for starting
yeah.
a planning board meeting, changing our start time.
What time would you
Why?
like?
Oh, yeah.
For these guys, and then
Well, no,
I
it's,
work all day.
it's,
For these
So did I.
two folks, right?
well, no, that's been suggested by Peter and by Maria numerous times.
Yeah,
So
Barry
that's the
didn't
only
like
reason
it,
why I
Maria
brought it
didn't
to
like
you.
it.
What do they care?
The staff, us, you know, we've, I mean, we all have long days.
You guys have to stay here from the end of the day, or do you have to come back?
Well, you can
I
run
used
out,
to
come
stay in
back,
town,
but
but I
it's
now
not
won't.
like,
I'm only
If
15
it works for
minutes
you,
from
I'm
home.
fine with it. It works good when we do have a site plan review, because we can do it.
we can, with the
But in the
wet, yeah.
wintertime, we don't do site plan reviews, it's dark too early, so
Right.
like, maybe change during the winter.
Can we do it, winter hours would be earlier?
Yeah.
That's up.
Maybe something we could reach out to, because we don't.
I personally, I don't
I don't care
care,
either
I
way.
just,
Well, you're.
I work in
You
Kingfield,
know,
so
and It takes
sometimes.
a while to get back down and.
And I work
you know,
in
everybody-
Lewiston, so I'm usually back by 6.
Yeah, but it's nice to have a little relax, or an hour
And time to
time,
eat
right,
supper.
absolutely.
Yeah, I was asked to bring it to you,
Yep.
so that's all I'm doing.
I
I
got
don't
no
care
objection with
either
that.
way.
What does the board feel?
Would you, how about 6:30? Is that enough of a change, or you want even more of a change than 6:30?
I mean, I think we should talk to Gwen and Kyle as well, wouldn't you think? No?
They're not here.
Okay, well, I make a motion to change it till 6 o'clock in the winter, there you go.
Well, because we
Or
normally go an
6:15.
hour. You guys normally go an hour,
Yeah,
regardless.
Yeah.
So what's six, how about
So-
6:15?
How about-
7:30 would be,
6:30?
How
little
about
better.
from November to
April 1st.
April?
April.
We go from 6 to 7. And then we
Six,
go,
32.
then we go back, or
We go
we'll
from
discuss it
7 to
again
6.
in April.
Okay, I make a
Okay.
motion that starting next week, or whatever, unless you have to post it next meeting.
Yeah,
Whenever it's
it should
got-
be posted, I would think.
I
Yeah,
got a couple of weeks anyways to do that.
okay, so I make a motion
For
starting, not
the
next week, the week
22nd.
after, starting our first meeting in February.
Yeah.
That we go
Okay.
from 6 to 7 until further notice to see how it works
No,
out.
well, not 6 to 7, we start at 6 p.m.
Yeah, or meeting, oh, yeah, meeting
Yeah.
time
There's no
6.
end point.
And
Yep,
go-
yep, sorry.
Go until it's
I didn't mean
done.
6, okay,
Try
let me,
to have
I got it cleared up now.
2
I make a
hours.
motion that starting February, the first meeting in
Fifth.
February 5th, that our meeting time starts at 6 PM until further notice to see how it works out.
Okay with
I'm good.
Until further
that. I'll
notice.
second it
Any
Yeah,
other
on a
comments?
trial basis.
On a trial
then.
basis,
Yeah, as he said.
on a trial basis.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
a-
I
it's a
think
planning
that
board.
the
We can
driving
vote it out
force
tomorrow if we
is
want.
if it affects people getting
Hey,
there or
attendant.
not.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
To see how it
it's like
affects,
the
until further
chairperson-
notice to see how it affects
Should
attendance.
be
And then
able
to
to-
see
you
how
know,
it
If
affects
your chair,
attendance.
if your chair and vice chair can't make it here, it's gonna cause problems.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Why don't we try it, do
Yeah.
a trial and
Yeah.
see how it works.
So we've got a motion and a second. Any other comments? All those in favor?
Of course, we do it after
Unanimous.
football
The other
season's
thing we
over.
could do is we could leave it at 6 PM, and only when we have to do a site visit,
Extend that
Push it.
meeting.
push, just make a special motion to make it at 7 PM with the site visit at 6
Yes.
PM.
Yeah,
As long as we have
We don't do
enough
that many
notice
per
to
year.
post it.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
Alright. Or it would affect you
It's
guys
a
actually
fluid
getting here.
situation.
Yeah, I mean, if
Good,
you're
I like that.
struggling with it, and we'll have to read that.
Well, actually, if our motion states that, then we don't have to post it or do anything. We can just say that the planning board will meet at 6 PM, starting February 2nd, whatever day.
Yeah.
And that the planning board, if it does a site plan review, will have the site plan review at 6 PM, and the meeting will start at 7 PM.
Okay.
But you guys put
So-
this up, you know, ahead of time, so it gets posted here and on the electronics.
Okay, I'm gonna amend my motion to include what he said. Say about the site, okay, I'm amending my motion to say,
What do you
planning
say?
board meetings start at 6 PM until further notice based on. what I-
Starting February 2nd.
Starting February 5th. Should we have a site plan review, we will have our site plan review at 6 PM and the meeting to
Site
follow.
visit. Site visit.
Right.
Site visit, same thing.
The good thing is, if there's a public hearing,
Site
I
visit
send
at
out
6
a butters
PM.
notices
Exactly.
anyway.
And
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, all right.
And you then
So-
put it in the.
So motioned.
It's a new motion since. we
Okay,
already
guys, I
voted on
found
it.
out this
Oh,
week.
I like it, okay, I like.
I'm just saying, technically it has to be a new motion, because we already voted on the
Okay,
other one.
I make a motion that, including the previous motion, we will have if we have site plan visits, that they will be at 6 and the meeting will
meeting at
start at 7. There we go.
I found out this week that.
No, 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 there's a motion on the floor.
Okay, sorry.
Any,
Ben seconded.
Any other comments? All those in favor?
We got through that.
okay,
Okay.
what did you just find
Okay.
out this week?
I found out this week the town office cannot afford to buy paper clips, so if I could get the paper clips back.
I
Okay.
already threw mine over
You mean
there.
my
Okay.
fidget?
I threw it over to Cindy, so that come in.
I'll bring you a box in.
For you.
I appreciate it.
They're gonna say
Donation from the
planning
local-
board use
A
only.
donation from a local
All over
industry.
the office.
Do you need more
They're
paper clips? I mean,
there's
people don't want.
handfuls around the office. I'm like, use them up before I order more.
Do you need paper
Yeah.
clips? People throw
That,
out
that
boxes.
and whiteout.
Whiteout.
Yeah.
They still use that?
Yeah, you got it.
It's whiteout tape.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
I
expensive.
know there's a cure for that.
Don't
Stop
make
making
mistakes.
mistakes.
Yeah.
That doesn't refer to paper clips,
No,
so
no.
Motion to adjourn.
don't be organized.
Any, before we do that, is there any other business?
Upcoming stuff.
No.
Okay,
Motion to adjourn.